Jenny Finch, one of the best pitchers of all times, once said, "Try not to get lost in comparing yourself to others. Discover your gifts and let them shine." Softball is amazing that way as a sport. Everyone on the field has a slightly different ability that makes them perfect for their position. This quote tells exactly every point of softball in only 2 sentences. Most everyone enjoys watching sports and wonders where they originated from. Softball is just another one of those sports that makes people curious as to where it all started. I think I'm qualified to tell you about softball because I not only know a lot about it, but I played it for almost 14 years. Today I would like to inform my audience about the game of softball. Many people have questions when it comes to softball and how it started. So I'm going to tell you what I know about the history of softball, why I love this game so much, and what is considered a perfect game. First, I'm going to tell you what I know about the history of softball and how it all started. According to the Get Recruited blog, it all started on Thanksgiving Day of 1887 when several alumni were patiently awaiting the outcome of the Yale versus Harvard football game. Yale was announced the winner, and one of the Yale fans threw a boxing glove at a Harvard fan. The Harvard fan swung back with a stick, and that's how it all started. Around 1991 is when women's fast-pitch softball was recognized in the Olympics. Scott Hendricks stated that softball is the most popular participant sport in the United States, with an estimated 40 million participants who play at least once a year, mostly the slow-pitch variety. Both genders play this sport socially and competitively. I have told you some little facts about how softball started. Next, I would like to tell you why I love this game so much. I'm currently 20 years old, and I can say that I played softball for almost 14 years. I first started out when I was 4 years old, and that was when my dad introduced it to me. At first, I wasn't sure if I was going to like it, but then I really realized how much fun it really was. I played this sport fast pitch. That's where the pitcher does a wind up and pitches extremely fast. Not everyone can play this sport, and that's what makes it so special. It takes hard work, sweat, and determination. It takes heart and respect at the same time. Being on a team is something no one can take from you. I love this sport because it's daring, hardcore, but at the same time, you show your sensitive side when it comes to having your teammates back. Lastly, I want to explain to you what a perfect game is considered to be. In a game of softball, there are 2 teams, each opposing each other. Pressure builds up, and both teams feel that they deserve a win. Everyone has their own interpretation of a game, of a perfect game. According to the rules of International Softball Federation, a perfect softball game is based on the statistics that the pitcher, he or she, has pitched and not allowed anyone to enter first base. Honestly, in my opinion, a perfect softball game is where the players play for their teammates instead of themselves. When the whole team is in the game, is headstrong, and is in it for the win, that's a perfect game. When you play for the man upstairs and you give him all the glory, any softball player would tell you that. That's a perfect game. In conclusion, I would like to remind you that my purpose was to give a brief history of softball. Today, I have explained to you what I know about the history of softball, why I love this sport, and what is considered a perfect game. As I stated before, I think I'm qualified to tell you this because I have researched it and I have experienced it as myself. Most sport lovers love to hear about how a sport has started, and those who are just curious anyways. to end my presentation, I was going to show you my softball that I hit when I was 14 years old. But it turns out my brother left it out back and the dog got a hold of it. So, thank you.